So today's live stream is about how my brother is no longer my friend. That is right. As of the 25th of May, my brother is no longer my friend. And you know who caused it? That's right. Twitch made me do it. That's right. Twitch Friends is no longer a thing or a thing of the past. And Twitch viewers and some Twitch streamers, did we really need it? So here's the thing. Was Twitch Friends an actually function that you used? Let me know in the comments, or if you're watching the live stream, drop it in chat. Let me know if that is something that you used, and we're going to talk a little bit more about it, as now you're seeing, it might be a follow for follow, and I'm going to get further into that later in the stream. And I'm sorry that I'm kind of late to the party on this one, because like I said, as of the 25th of May, Twitch Friends is no longer a thing. That's right. You had a chance to go into your settings and find all your friends list and actually follow them. That way you could whisper to them. And the thing is I apologize being late with this information for those of you who subscribe to this channel, or maybe you're popping in as a new viewer. But Dale and I were really caught up in ordering Fiverr emotes and checking those out or whatever. So this kind of fell to the wayside. And once again, I apologize for that. But if you definitely missed those live streams, you can watch the playbacks. And matter of fact, I do still have the link in the description below, which is livestreamattack.com/Fiverr. That's right. You can check out the link, and after watching the videos or whatnot, if you like an artist that we reviewed in those live streams, then definitely click that link. It actually helps support the channel. That's right. So this stream is kind of brought to you in part by Fiverr. That's right. So onwards, let's talk about Twitch Friends. That's right. All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to go over to screen share here. So this is actually on help twitch.tv. It's an article. And if you go to find out how to use Twitch Friends, you're going to see this notice on there. And it says, notice, we launch Friends to help viewers connect with one another, similar to the connections between creators and viewers. Today, we've seen the best viewer-to-viewer connections on Twitch happening when we experience live moments together on a creator's channel, with very few viewers regularly using Friends to actively connect with each other. By depreciating this feature, we're able to further focus on building connections among communities while streamers are live. Okay, so that last part there that I kind of fumbled through. By depreciating this feature, which is basically they removed it, we're able to further focus on building connections among communities while streamers are live. So we really haven't seen anything yet, or any kind of announcement what they're going to do to kind of replace this feature. So this is kind of them leaving in the air that, hey, we got rid of this, but we're going to do something a little different. That's what I'm taking on this one. The feature will be removed from mobile app as of May 16th and twitch.tv as of May 25th. That's right. So if you use the browser, if you log in to Twitch now, you will see that you no longer have a friends list. After that date, your friends list and the ability to see which of your friends are online will no longer be available. So that is the one thing that I actually used my friends list for, was I could actually see when I wasn't streaming and I was actually taking in Twitch as a viewer, I could actually see my friends if they were online, and I could hit them up in a whisper or whatever. I didn't actually need to be in the channel with them, whatever channel they were watching. And you could hit them up and say, hey, what are you doing? Check this out. I found this one guy. He's new, so on and so forth. And then we'd bounce on over there. We'd have fun and stuff like that, because we kind of liked hanging out in a group. And vice versa, it worked the other way around too, where if they seen me online, they would hit me up and say, hey, come check out this dude. He's doing something different with this type of game. So we did kind of use the friends feature in that way. It was kind of I don't know what you say, a half-ass way. So if you block whispers from strangers in your privacy settings, which I definitely do, because that's the thing, you don't want to be spammed or trolled or whatnot through the whispers. So I always recommended turning that off in the privacy settings. So that is one way that you can actually get whispers from people, is by going back into your privacy settings on Twitch and turning that feature off. But here's the thing. So just hold off before you do that, though, because like I said, then you will be opened up to trolls and spammers and whatnot. Hey, Kay, how you doing today? So you lose that ability to get whispers from unknown people. When you follow their account, though, they are no longer considered a stranger and can send you whispers in the future. So at the beginning of the live stream or the video here, I was talking about the follow to follow. Now, here's the thing. Live streaming tech here, Dale and I have both preached, do not do the follow for follow, especially if you're trying to build affiliate. But hey, you know what? I'm now going to change my position on this and say that follow for follow, if you are building up, say, a group of friends or whatever, that is actually a good way of building follow to follow, because you're just not following somebody for the sake of following and never to watch any of their live streams, or for them never to watch any of your live streams. It's a way to use that whisper feature within Twitch. So now you guys, once you follow each other, you can whisper back and forth regardless of where you're at on Twitch. Especially if you're hanging out in the channel or whatever, and you want to say something that is maybe adult-like, or something that is for your eyes only and the person you're talking to, and you don't want that to be seen in that specific channel's chat, then you can actually use that as long as you are following each other. So here's a cool thing, and this is something that I did before even streaming on Twitch. I spent hours, countless hours, watching different type of Twitch streamers and creators on that platform to kind of take notes. You know, I mean, not necessarily to copy off of anyone, but because there was notes on the other side of that piece of paper that said, do not do this. And so there was the do's and the don'ts and stuff. And I still recommend this if you are a brand new streamer to Twitch, or you're thinking about streaming on Twitch, is definitely partake as a viewer, partake as part of a community, and don't do it just to be doing it. Find a creator or a streamer on Twitch that you like and you dig. And actually, that's the thing. If you find a streamer that you really dig or like their content, you're most likely going to find like-minded people in there that you can then follow, and they could follow you and have these conversations. So here's the thing. So before even day number one streaming, you could already pretty close have that 50 followers going on, depending on how active you are as a viewer on Twitch. So I'm going to change my stance. I've always said don't do follow for follow, but if you were going to do it, say you keep that whisper from strangers on your privacy settings turned on like I will, then that means it's going to require them to follow you, and vice versa. You follow them if they have that also turned off in there, so that you can whisper back and forth. And you'll find yourself doing that, especially, you know, there's kind of like the cool table and the uncool table and whatnot in different channels. And especially the bigger the channel is, a lot of times you're not going to be able to see stuff in chat, versus if you whisper to somebody or whatever, it's going to send it directly to them, and they can respond to you. And you can talk amongst yourselves about what you are seeing in the stream, or you can talk about what you did or what you ate for lunch that day. So really, it's almost like Twitch implemented a follow for follow, you know, type protocol in here. So, but then again, that's me being speculative on this one. I don't necessarily think that was on purpose. It's kind of accidental, and I think it's kind of cool. So I think if we take advantage of that, then, you know, as a new streamer per se, you can start to build your community even before day one of streaming. You know, so that's totally awesome, because a lot of people will say that that's the hardest part of gaining Twitch affiliate, is getting those 50 followers. It's not getting the streaming time. It's not having the consecutive streams, you know, for without 30 days or whatnot. That's the easy part. The hard part is actually getting people to follow you. So if you've already built up a community of friends and you guys are following each other, and that's the other thing too, if, you know, it's like, hey, you know, I have that turned on in my settings to reduce spam and people trolling me. So, hey, if you want to whisper to me, go ahead and follow me. So that is a really cool idea that I think is kind of out there. It's going to build a bigger community in my view. Now, here's the thing. So let's go over to Reddit here real quick. So I like this first little thing here. It says, anyone know why Twitch is removing the friends feature? I honestly like this feature and seeing who and what my friends are watching. Now, there's kind of mixed reviews, because I looked on Twitter as well, and there's some people that were kind of like me. I was like, I used it and I kind of didn't use it, or I didn't use it at all. And then there's the other side of it where people are kind of butthurt over it. They're like, hey, you know, I was kind of using this. Obviously, though, Twitch did have those numbers showing that not that many people were using it. So here's the thing. If you were in love with it for some reason, now, I like the fact that I honestly liked this feature and seeing who and what my friends are watching. That is the part I did not like. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm sitting there checking out Amaranth's exercise stream, you know, I can get called out for being a perv. I'm like, oh, I see whose channel you're on. Yeah, that's right. You're watching Amaranth. And I'm like, I'm watching it for exercise reasons. I'm watching her because I want to see how to stretch my glutes and my hamstrings, people. Yeah, right. If you believe that, I have some swampland to sell you over in Florida as well. So that is the one thing. So there was a kind of lack of privacy to where when you were watching, all your friends could see what channel you were in and whether you were on. So, and here's the thing too, you know, a lot of times I would sit there and watch a creator or a streamer on Twitch and would fall asleep or walk away and forget that I was actually watching Twitch. You know, I go to the store, grocery store, come back, start cooking or whatever. So, you know, 9 times out of 10, that person could raid another channel, bringing you over with them or host a channel, and then you would bounce over there. You know, so then next thing you know, you'd be watching a channel that you normally wouldn't watch. So that was the other thing that I didn't quite like about the feature is basically me being able to see what my friends were watching and they could see what I was watching. So if you were watching something that was a little bit more mature and you definitely didn't want that information out there, or say you were watching a streamer stream a mobile game. And yeah, I got a lot of crap for that, where a lot of the guys that I played games with were hardcore PC gamers. So when they would catch me and I say, hey, I admit it. And I actually streamed mobile games at one point because the fact that, you know, I got called out on it. So I was like, well, if I'm gonna get called out watching it, you know, I might as well play it and stream it at the same time. So that was one feature that I did not kind of like. Then somebody else says it was a really good system. DMs are honestly kind of clunky too. Imagine if they had a good product manager team and had released some sort of in-house Discord style community for creators. Then you could visit channels and drop into the communities directly on Twitch rather than migrating to Discord. Well, that's the thing. I think when Friends came out, Discord was already established. And I do believe that Twitch did try to do something similar to that. I'm trying to think what was the developing team on it. I cannot quite recall, but it was a flop. It was a very lesser version, even back when Discord first came out, and it was kind of a stripped down model of it. What they were trying to pimp and push was just a better TeamSpeak, kind of. I don't know. As a matter of fact, I think I can remember TeamSpeak being better than what they were pushing, but it was kind of like a half-ass version of Discord. So here's the thing. Yeah, I agree with that, and I disagree because Discord is a whole thing. And matter of fact, the way Discord is growing larger and larger, and the fact that people are building their channels bigger and bigger up around it, it's not always just about live streams. So for instance, there's a couple that I belong to. It's a community of gamers. So yes, we could drop in there, any of us gamers that are part of that, like, hey, I'm going live and I'm streaming this game. But mainly it's always about discussions or dropping memes in there or GIFs or, you know, just basically kind of trolling each other, being part of the group, you know, a bunch of guys, you know, nudging each other. I mean, there's some gals in there too and whatnot. But yeah, so I kind of see where they're getting at. And yes, the DMs are kind of wonky as well. But here's the thing. I do believe that Twitch wouldn't have done away with it if that many people were utilizing the friends. Now, and I'm not trying to, it always seems like I'm trying to defend Twitch in some way, shape, or form, that I'm some Twitch shill or I work for Twitch or I'm an Amazon shill and I work for Amazon. I do neither of that. But I do believe that they would not waste the time to take it off the platform if they weren't going to implement something else. It was kind of like when they got rid of the get free bits by watching ads type thing. So they came out with the whole thing where the streamer then can launch say a series of commercials, and then everyone in the channel can partake watching it and doing like a little quick answer survey or clicking on something, and then it would all go towards the streamer, the bits or whatever that everyone accumulated. So it kind of took away from the fun of farming for bits and hoarding them to give to either one streamer, dividing it up amongst two streamers. So it's the same thing. I don't think that Twitch was going to take away friends if they weren't planning on putting something else there. Because like I said, as a managerial side of looking at things, that would be a complete utter waste of time to kill something that hardly anyone was using just for the sake of killing it. You know, it could not have been taking up that much server space, you know, for them to say, hey, no one's using friends, let's cut it on. Obviously, with the responses on Twitter and on Reddit, like I said, it was kind of like a 50-50 split where people were kind of, and then other ones were like, yeah, that kind of sucks that they took it away. So like I said, I do believe that there was a use for friends, and I think by doing away with it now, like I said, I always preached no follow for follow, but like I said, now if you are a viewer on Twitch and you start to make friends on other channels or whatnot, the whole following each other so you can have that whispering communication, you know, for your eyes only type messages and whatnot. I think that's a really cool thing. And I think that builds a lot of personal one-on-one connections too, as well. So that way, when you do start streaming, or if you're already currently streaming, those people are more likely to turn up to your stream because the fact that you communicate with them one-on-one, there's that special connection. It's like that, yeah, he's my bud. You know, he talks to me directly, not just during the stream, but as he's watching other streamers and stuff. And I find that really cool. So let me know what you think about this. Yes, this is going to be a short, and I hated to do it. I hated to do the trolling of my brother is no longer my friend and stuff like that. And I kind of gave you the hint there in the title and stuff. But yeah, my brother was actually, he traveled to Texas this week, and he is on his way back. Originally, when I talked to him this morning, he was in Oklahoma. So that is the thing that I was going to solo it. And I figured, hey, you know what? We kind of threw this on the back burner. I was going to turn it into a regular video. So I said, hey, you know what? Why not turn it into a short solo stream here on Live Streaming Tech? So let me know in the comments, if you're watching this on the replay, what you thought of the Friends, or did you really like the Friends and you're sad that it went away? Or are you amped like I am to sit there and think, hey, now there's a reason to do follow for follow other than just to fluff your numbers? So let me know in the comments. And what you also need to do is actually click right above my head. Yeah, that's where it should be. That is the next video. And until then, I will see you soon.